Thank you for tuning in to Testimony Tuesday. We have seen so many people experience the love of God. We've witnessed thousands receive Jesus as their Lord and Savior, and many experience life-changing miracles. Today we want to take just a few moments and have some of our members share what God has done for them since they've been attending The Rock, and just let everybody know what a great God they serve. Hi guys, welcome back to Testimony Tuesday. I'm Dennis Morgan, Associate Pastor here at the Rock Family Worship Center, and it is so good to have you guys back. Today we have Miss Brooke Nangle with us. Say hello, Brooke.
Hello.
Last week you had a chance to see your grandpa, Gary. He was doing Testimony Tuesday for us, so we thought we would carry on with the legacy, and we invited Brooke to come and share with us today for a while. So, Brooke, why don't you start off just by telling people, how old were you when you came to the Rock?
Well, I was in third grade, and I remember my mom was switching jobs and we were switching churches, and so everything was new to me and it was really different. But I remember when I was in third grade, there was I think it was maybe Aftershock.
Yeah, first drama.
Yeah, and I remember they gave out little papers to hand out to people to invite to the play, and I brought them to third grade with me, not knowing anything about it. And I remember I invited all my teachers to it, and I was super, super excited. So that's why I remember third grade so much, because I remember that's when I first started coming here.
Stuck in your mind.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, take us back. You know, Brooke has been with us since she was in third grade, and now you've graduated, started your own career, and you're going to the next phase of life. But you've had an opportunity to grow up in church and to be able to experience God in all those transitions of life. You know, in your early 20s now, looking back, tell us this: how important was it in those preteen and teenage years to have a strong relationship with God and to be able to have a church or a place where you could come and experience the presence of God?
Well, definitely very, very important. I remember growing up, going to church, and my parents always obviously made us go to church, but it was never forced on us, because I think we just always wanted to go. And something I can say about this church that has stayed true is a lot of the people that I was in kids' church and preteens and youth with, I still go to church now. And some of the parents don't even go to church anymore, but it's definitely something where the Rock, where they captivate the kids whenever they're young and train them as they grow up, so that it's not just something you go to while you're a kid. And I've kind of stayed with the same group of people ever since I was little, because we all still want to go to church. And I feel like that's something that's very uncommon now, because a lot of people, once they hit the age of 17, 18, and their parents don't really make them go to church anymore, they just stop. And other than my actual home, this is another home to me and one of my favorite places to be. And growing up, it was a place I could always count on to come to and have a lot of peace and friends. And I don't know, it's always been a place that's been home to me. So
That's good, but let me take it a little bit further. Go back to the struggles. What's it like being a teenager and having the struggles of life, knowing that there is an outlet, there's a place that you can come to and get hope again? Because the central theme to a lot of things that we share on Testimony Tuesday is people are hopeless, they're losing hope. They need a place where they can regain that God factor in their life. And I know today teenagers are facing things that me as a kid, I never had to face, and many generations before me have never faced. So what is the thing that is most effective or has made the most impression on you as a young adult, looking back to when you really needed that hope, that God factor in your life?
I would say ever since I came to this church and in kids' church, the one of the main focuses that they taught the kids, and they still do here, is to have a relationship with Jesus and not just go to church, check in and check out. And so growing up, it was always not just for the church, but my parents have just raised me that it's always about a relationship. And just if you have a relationship with anyone else, it's just constant communication. And so in middle school, high school, obviously it wasn't cool to be a Christian, and so like I don't know, everyone in high school struggles like with different things, and whether it's something that's cool to do or not cool to do, it was definitely something that was always a fear factor in my life where I don't know, people look at you differently, but since I had this relationship with God, it's like I don't know, empowered me and given me the tools that I need in my everyday life to handle things that have been thrown at me. And so, I don't know.
Well, based on your response, it sounds like God had a huge impact in your life during those years. Brooke, let me ask you a personal question. Do you think you could have made it through high school without having that place where you were exposed to the deep things of God?
I don't think so. No, I don't know. Whenever I was in high school, I had a lot of friends, and I still have most of those relationships with most of my friends, but I don't, there's always people that didn't agree with you, and that's fine, that's life, but I think just since God was there with me, I don't know, he just helped me, he was there for me.
That's awesome. Brooke, take just a couple of minutes and go back to your high school years. Go back to those kids that you used to walk the halls with in the school, the kids that were hopeless, the kids that you could see that were just hanging on just by a thread day in and day out to survive. What would you say to those kids today, being in your 20s, knowing what you know now?
I guess if I could go back and talk to them again, mine would be like, I guess I would just tell them that all could change with just like one word, and that's just Jesus. I don't know, like it could make all the change in their lives and now in their kids' lives and in their families' lives if they would just reach out and grab a hold of him.
Should they give up?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But, I mean, that's what the devil wants them to do, but they just have to fight.
What about the bullying? What about the peer pressure? When they feel like they can't hold on and they have to give in, what would you tell those people?
I guess just to hold in there and don't stop fighting, and just reach out to someone if you need someone, or just talk to someone and just don't give up.
That's good. So now that you're in your 20s, do you feel that when you grew up in church and you had those principles instilled in you, they were a big part of who you are today and where you're going moving forward?
Absolutely. I think like most kids growing up, they didn't like discipline, and that was probably more like out of my siblings, I was the one that like hated being told what to do, and so I hated like having all the rules and being told no. And now when I look back on it, like I can't thank my parents enough for like not giving up and to keep on telling me no. So
I think if we have some parents out there, you'd want to bottle that up. Thanks, Mom, for telling me no. That's awesome. All right, well, Brooke, here we are. You're in your 20s. You're heading into a new career. You're at that next stage of life. You know, what types of things are you looking for in your relationship with God now as a young woman?
I guess just the main thing would be like wisdom and guidance, because like I know he's given me everything I need, but now I mean, I'm in my early 20s, so that's when a lot of decisions like are being made. So just for wisdom and guidance on where I should go and when.
Anything scare you?
Not really. I think growing up I thought it would scare me, but now once it's here, my parents have like prepared me for this, I guess.
A lot stronger than you think.
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome. Well, today we're going to close with one more thing. If you can recount any experience that you've had with God, what would you say was the most dramatic? I mean, it left a mark on your heart, like that was a defining moment with you and God.
I wouldn't just say like one moment. Whenever I think of that, it takes me back to all the youth camps that I've been through. Like growing up, my parents would have here at the church, and it's a time whenever he takes a couple kids away outside of their homes and outside of just their situations they live in, and it's just you and God for a couple of days. You don't have to worry about like anything, and that's just when God can really speak to you, and I don't know, youth camp, for most people I know, is like a fun time, which it was. There was a lot of memories it made, but it was just a time where God really poured into us and left an impact.
That's awesome. So, do you regret all those sacrifices you made to pursue God as a teenager?
Absolutely not.
Would you do it all over again?
Definitely. And probably make more sacrifices, so.
That's good. That's good. Well, guys, thank you so much for being with us today. Again, we had Brooke Nangle with us. Good to have you, Brooke.
Thank you.
And, you've heard a lot of her testimony, sharing different times of her life and things she experienced. If you want to experience the same things that she did, you want to have a testimony where you look back on your life and thank God for those times you had with Him, then you need to connect to a local church. You need to get up to a place where you can find like-minded people, mentors that can help bring you where you need to go. And if you don't have one right now, we encourage you, come check us out. We'd love to see you down here at the Rock Family Worship Center. We've got services on Sunday morning at 10 and Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock. Well, until next time, have a great week, and we'll see you soon.